Good morning, y'all. Happy Tuesday, April 7th. I believe this is day number like 14 or 15. It's irrelevant, obviously. So first thing we're gonna do this morning is we're gonna retest the blood sugar. Had a call with Chris a couple days ago, or was it yesterday actually?
Yesterday.
I had one yesterday. I had it a couple days ago as well. And so we're gonna start doing it every Wednesday moving forward until we probably get to the end of the month, or at least another 2 to 3 weeks. So we're gonna do that first thing. Right now it's 11:15.
I thought that's what you were saying your blood sugar was.
No, time-wise it's 11:15. I hope my blood sugar is much lower than that. I'm really hoping like low 90s. That would be really, really great. I stopped eating last night at 9 o'clock. And so I'm at like 14 hours right now. And I was awake, out of bed by 9 o'clock today. So 2 hours post wake up. All right, here goes.
In Jesus' name, in Jesus' name, in Jesus' name.
Wow. Actually really good.
What?
I just tested an 83.
No way.
Yeah,
That's huge.
I know.
Babe!
I'm hoping that's right.
I'm gonna make you a cake.
We just pulled carbs out of my diet for a reason. Now you're gonna
I'm kidding.
Now you're gonna put them back in? Perfect. So read at an 83 today. Wow. Yeah.
It's working.
It's pretty good. Yeah, it's working. So intermittent fasting as inconvenient, and it's not really that inconvenient. It's just the fact that I really like to eat all throughout the day. I do like to backload things, so I'm not really missing out on food, that's for sure. The cool thing is though, after talking with Chris yesterday, is I literally haven't changed a single thing about my nutrition. I've just put it into a window of 8 hours, and I'm still getting 400 grams of carbohydrates a day. But this is actually correcting my blood sugar issues, literally like combining all of my food into one time. And so it's really, really cool to kind of understand that, like, listen, you don't have to really restrict yourself. You don't have to really change up a whole lot. We might just need to manipulate how you're getting your food and when you're getting your food, things like that. So let's take a picture of this, send it off to Chris. So I don't know what the rest of the day holds, but I'm happy that
Chris is gonna be so happy.
I know. I was happy that tested what it did. Getting ready to have my first meal of the day. Again, it's 20 after 11 at this point. And then I have a workout on Facebook Live at noon. So I'm gonna go eat fast because I need about 40 minutes to digest. So that's what we're doing. All right, so about 35 minutes out of my workout. So I have 2 packets of oats, chocolate oats. I'm gonna mix my pre-workout, get ready to crush this Facebook Live workout. All right, so here's my setup for today. Whiteboard, iPhone. We're going Facebook Live here in a couple minutes. Ignore all the stuff in the back of my truck. I have to go empty all that after my workout. So, wow, it's really bright today. But set up over here, I can't even see the camera. Floor press, alternate front raises, shoulder taps, renegade rows, curl to press. Not a whole lot, functional stuff. So we're gonna get after it. right, just finished up that workout, and honestly, I gotta be better sometimes at programming these things because they're crushing me, and if they're crushing me, they're probably crushing you. But it's a good thing, right? Like, it's a really good thing, and it's just like, it always brings us back to the reality check of like, you have to go at your own pace, you have to go at your speed, nobody else's speed, modify as needed, change things up as needed. But that's the great thing about a program like this is like, yes, it's very cookie cutter in a sense of like everybody's doing the same program, but like, you are responsible of making it your own. You're responsible of making it adjusted to you as you need and as you can. So great workout today. I'm beat. I forgot to put my belt on until after the first round, so I'm pretty upset about that. Oh well. All right, literally just got done with my workout, and I read a text message that said that Chris wanted me to check my blood sugar again. So I'm gonna check it again. I'm pretty elevated right now as far as like my heart rate and everything, but I don't know if that'll affect it or not. I guess he'll let me know, but I just texted him, he hasn't texted me back, so I'm gonna check it no matter what, just to make sure. So one finger already beat up today. Here goes the second. So first meal of the day today was, like I said, it was 2 packets of oats, 1 tablespoon of peanut butter, and 1 scoop of vegan protein. So I feel pretty good. I trained on that. Like I was telling you guys, I don't typically eat that close to my workout, but I did train on that today, and I actually feel really, really good right now. So that's encouraging. All right, here goes. I don't know if you guys can see this because of the light. 124 is where I'm at. Spiked an hour after my workout. Or I'm sorry, an hour after my first meal, and I just finished my workout. So 124. So it's actually about 80 minutes post meal. All right, y'all, so just got cleaned up and kind of ready to start the rest of my day. Got some work and things to finish up on and to really focus on. But real quickly, I want to talk a little bit about some changes we made in our routine. We made the switch from going from First Form products, which we love First Form. We love the company, the people, what they stand for. We made the switch from there over to Arbonne products for a few different reasons. One was the fact that there's a lot of things that as American companies and standards inside the US, they're pretty lax on, whereas Arbonne, a company that's based outside the country, they have a much stricter policy on ingredients and anything that's artificial, things like that. So we started making the switches just because when it comes to like your gut health, when it comes to your overall digestive process, those unnatural ingredients, those things have a really, really hard toxicity level on your body. And so started off with little changes and things. And so obviously, like with First Form, we were using a couple of the standard products. We were using greens, we were using protein, and we were using like their multivitamin, things like that. Their digestive enzymes, right? So like 3 or 4 things that we were using. Outside of that, we did a lot of different products, but it was just kind of time and again, like when we felt like we needed them, because that's obviously the number one thing when it comes to supplements just in general is like, you should use supplements as needed. They shouldn't really be like staples unless you're using them the best way. So you wouldn't always want to be using a testosterone booster. You wouldn't always want to be using certain products that you could potentially get from your diet and things like that. So we started making this switch over to Arbonne, and it's been incredible. For one, all of their digestive help and their digestive enzymes and their multivitamins, things like that, they all come in powdered form, which means you're going to naturally be able to accept those things in your body. You're going to be able to absorb those things a lot quicker than if you were getting them through pill or capsule form. So the first thing I want to talk about is the Digestive Plus. So I actually put this product in my oats this morning, so I'm not going to retake it, but I put this in my oats every single morning. Jenna puts it in her oats every morning. You can put it in with your greens, but it's essentially a digestive enzyme in powdered form. And so it's really, really good because you can mix everything and there's no flavor. If you do put in your greens, it does get maybe a little bit lumpy, so make sure you mix really well. But obviously if you put it in your oats, you never even know it's there. So it's a really, really good product to use. Something I definitely recommend if you're trying to break that food down. Make sure you're digesting it properly. The second thing that we use is, instead of coffee, not been doing a whole lot of coffee, we've been using their fizz sticks. So their fizz sticks are basically their natural energy, which is based a lot out of like their B12s, you know, green tea extract, things like that. Natural ways to increase your energy, and there's like no acidic level at all, whereas like coffee is super acidic. For lack of a better way to put it, coffee is just super hard on the system and can like really stunt some things. And so coffee's fine. You can have coffee. We just don't want to be somebody who's dependent on coffee. And so like, I still drink a cup maybe once a week, but I no longer feel like I need it every single day when I wake up. And something I definitely challenge you, if you're somebody who feels like you do need coffee all the time, let's have a conversation, because there's ways to break that. And if you enjoy coffee, that's another thing too. There's ways to enjoy it, still be able to get it, and not be dependent on those type of things. So let's talk about that. Now, these are called fizz sticks, which means they will literally like fizz and expand. They got a little bit of a, yikes. When you shake it up, you have to be careful, because the top sometimes wants to like almost pop on you. So you want to shake, you want to mix, but you don't want to shake too much. Now, the next thing that we always get are greens. It's something we've taken for like almost 2 years now. And the Arbonne greens are a really good product that we get every single morning. Now, I am a little bit in a different routine right now, naturally doing intermittent fasting. I'm not doing greens. I'm not doing any sort of fizz. I'm not doing any type of micronutrients or macronutrients until my feeding window, which starts at like noon or 1, depending on the day. So my greens, which typically would come in the morning, they don't come until, you know, after lunch, in my afternoon sometimes. So I still get them regularly, just not at the same time. So I'm gonna mix my greens now as well. And honestly, when it comes to greens, I mean, greens are greens, right? Like, they're not gonna taste like a piece of candy. They're not gonna taste like sugar, but they're also not bad. I mean, it's an acquired taste for sure, but if you just take them regularly and you mix them with either like almond milk, or some people like to do it with orange juice or some sort of tea, there's so many ways you can get them that they don't just taste like dirt. I mean, I don't think, like, in general, and I think the back of the canister, it literally says with water, juice, or Arbonne Essential protein shake. Like, you can mix it with 100 different things. Probably the way I don't recommend doing it is through water, because it's just going to give you like the most natural tasting flavor. But even then, like, I've done it a few times because I have to, like, we're out of almond milk or we don't really have anything to mix it with, and like, it's still really good. The benefit of even getting the green supplement just in general is so worth it. So even if you're having to do it with water, like, every once in a while, like, come on, peeps, it's worth it, because your digestive system is going to be moving. You're going to be going to the bathroom regularly. And if you're not going to the bathroom at least once a day, there's problems. So we need to talk about it. But yeah, so that's just a couple of the products. Again, do the fizz for natural energy. I do the greens to help my digestive process. I do the digestive plus, which helps break down food and make sure your body's absorbing those things. And then last but not least, one thing I'm going to be taking regularly now that we just got it in the mail is the Mind Health. So have you ever taken Adderall? Don't answer that question. That's a loaded question. In a sense of when you take Adderall and you're like super focused, in the sense of like you just don't ever feel like stopping, you want to keep going. Not quite to that level. It's really not, but close, and it's very natural and it's very healthy for you. So if you have issues with focus or staying zeroed in for long periods of time, this is a product right here that I want to get in your hands. So message me, DM me, I'll give you a sample. So back to the office for more work. All right, y'all, so I'm checking out from the kitchen today. I'm gonna try to squeeze in one last meal. It's right at 9 o'clock. And I'm gonna call it a day. So honestly, just did a lot of work in the office today. Didn't do a whole lot outside of that. It's probably a really short video. Again, I say that all the time and it ends up being like 10 minutes. But yeah, gonna cut it off here. Thanks guys so much for watching again today. Got done what we needed to today, which was work inside the office, and we got some big things coming, some changes to the way we're doing some coaching things, and so I'm excited to kind of release those things to you guys here soon. Also working on some interviews and things that I'm going to be having and hosting inside our dynamic community group, so just stay tuned for those type of things. Can't wait to release those for you. So have a great rest of your evening. We'll see you guys.